Okay, let's jump right in here and get started. I'm using Delphi 10.3 Community Edition, which is free in RAD Studio 10.3. And what we'll do first is we'll do a new VCL application. Puts up our main form for us. Let's rename that to Family Tree Database dash Microsoft Access. And there we've got our form named. It's our main form. It's what starts the application and runs pretty much everything. So what we're going to do first is I'm going to show you real quick. This is the database. This is the main table. It's a pretty large database, and it's going to get bigger and bigger as we go. And then this is the states table in the database that we'll use for doing state lookups. We'll close that. Okay, we need some database connectivity here. So we're going to go to DBO, which gives us access to the ADO components. Let's go ahead and build a command string. I'm going to build it with this little wizard. We want this Microsoft Jet 4.0 OLEDB provider. Next, we want the actual database. Here it is right here, family tree. Get rid of this, or else it will ask you for a login. And we want blank login. So we don't want to have to type in anything, and to make sure of that, turn this off. Now let's see if we can connect. Yes, we can. Okay, let's drag this off over here. Okay, there's our connection. Now what we need is a query component. You can use tables for the same thing, but queries, especially with Access, good SQL queries will give you a lot more flexibility. We'll just put it that way. Okay, so there's ADO query 1. We're going to give that the connection that we'll use globally. It's a nice thing about OOP is reusability. And give it the SQL string. We'll say select star from main table order by state. You don't have to have the order by clause. I'm just putting it in there to show you they can. And so we need to also give this query a data source. That's easy enough to do. Just put one on there and select the data set that you're going after, and that's going to be ADO query 1 because that's the only table or query that we have on here. Let's see, can we open that now? Yes, we can. Let's go to the fields editor by double clicking, and we'll put add fields because I'm not going to add a whole bunch. We're going to have first name, middle name, maiden name, last name, city, and state. Okay. Let's go ahead and select all these, and we'll give them better widths. because what they're doing is taking their widths off of the our size. I'm sorry. We'll put that at 150. Okay, so when we put our DB grid on there, which is next, and we get everything connected, we need a database navigator as well. DB navigator. I'll drag that up here. Drag this down here. And drag this down here. And shift click on that DB grid, and we'll give them both a data source of data source 1. Well, let's see. No, we're not active. Now watch what happens. It's going to populate. See? Populated, and DB Navigator is ready to go. We'll tighten this up a little bit. You need a regular old button to close the form when we want to. And we'll give that a caption of quit, because that's all it's going to do, is terminate the application for us. So we'll double click on the quit button to get the button 1 click tab, and we'll just say application terminate semicolon. And let's go back to design. We'll go back to columns editor, add all fields. We're just trying to set the width that are more reasonable. Width, yeah, see, it's 904, that's ridiculous. Let's set it at 150, that's fine. Let's set it a little lower, 125. I want to get state in there. Okay, that's too much. No, that's not enough. Let's say 85. That's too much, too small. Let's say 95. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, so we can close these field editors and get to work here. And here we're gonna run it. It compiled without errors. And here we can see it's ordered by state like we told it to. Again, you don't have to do that. You can change that query SQL string however you want to, programmatically anyway. Okay, let's see. Let's edit one. We're going to say give it an extra E. And that took. And we'll add one. We'll call this Curtis Tipton GX. All you have to do is scroll off of that and I'll save it for you, or you can click this button, which is save while you're on the record. Either way is fine. So let's quit that. The database, as you may have surmised just by a glance, there are several state fields. The state you live in now, the state you were born in, the state you graduated high school in, the state you went to college in, and the state you married in, the state you were deceased in. There's lots of fields where the state thing can be used very well. Okay, so let's do that. We're going to go down here to data controls, and we want a TDBLookupComboBox. That's going to be good. Okay, and we'll spread this out a little bit more. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, now a TDBLookupComboBox must have these few requirements. It must have a list source. Oh, my bad. First, what we've got to do is establish a query for the state table, the lookup. So let's go to DBGo. We're going to do a query again. Just put that there out of the way. We have to give it the connection string, which is global to the application. Although you can have more than one connection string if needs be. And we're going to say select star from states order by state. Again, you don't have to do the order by. It's not necessary. I just put it in there so you know that you can do it. Okay, now we got the query. We need the data source for it. Data access, data source, and that's going to be data set query 2, which is the states table. So in order to use this effectively, you've got to have the list source, which is going to be data source 2. That's the states table. List field is going to be state semicolon long state. And then you must have a key field that determines which field is actually updated in the main database table. So that's going to be state. It could be burial state, marriage state, college state, high school state, whatever state. And then the data source for the lookup information to go to is data source 1, and the data field is state. Okay, let's see if we're still connected up here. Yes, we are. Let's just go ahead and run that. Okay, let's go down here and I'll change him to South Carolina this way this time. You see it's changed there. I scroll off of it, it saves it. And we're going to make Curtis Tipton Tallahassee, Florida. You can type it in there, but I'll show you why in other videos. this is actually better. So you can scroll off that. Let's quit that, rerun it, and see if our information posted. And we just scroll down to see. Yes, Abilene, Texas for Travis Austin. Travis Awesome Trit. Oh no, we changed Robert L. Davis to South Carolina and Curtis Tipton to Tallahassee, Florida. Okay, and there you have it, a very quick demo of how to use the TDBLookupComboBox. And this way you can get to doing more editing by form instead of by data grid. There is also a technique to put DB controls into the cell of a DB grid, but that's much more advanced. So we're just going to quit here, say thank you, and this is Robert Davis again. If you don't have Rad Studio 10.3, go to Embarcadero.com and download it and register it for the community edition. Make sure it's the community edition. Okay, see you later. Bye.